these are two really good maps for both of these teams. I'm expecting a pretty awesome game. Lots of things to talk about. And Bialy already going aggressive. Will spot out the execution, gets one, and continues onwards. He will fall, but I like the aggression straight away. Straight out the gates.
T's moving in. No cover for the bomb plant just yet, but they will take the cover before planting, or even in unison. Marvelous. So they've taken CT, but Snacks may try to fight that. Spotted now by Spec. They can double pick if they want to. Got to look out for the other player though, which is Neo on the site now. Crossfire almost guaranteed for the T side. Getting peppered. We're asking a lot, and he won't do it on this occasion.
It's actually a very similar pistol round from Astralis as we saw with, I think it was Heroic yesterday when they were playing Mirage. Obviously Heroic didn't get quite the same result with it, but basically using your smokes to block off stairs and connector and have a safe passage in towards CT spawn. One of the issues Heroic had was the fact that they never got into CT spawn. But we see the difference it makes when you actually get control over that area, as Astralis did.
I remember the round you're talking about where Yugi tried to plant.
Exactly, and it's caught out.
It's like, oh!
There's players there.
CT and CT.
Rather quick anti-eco coming in from Astralis here.
Yeah, you like to see that. Just gets your business in the A side quickly and avoid any complications. Only one player lost so far, but they have the bomb site. They've got 3 kills for that, so pretty good result. Not too much you can do with those pistols when you're facing the utility and the superior weaponry and also superior numbers. And also, they don't give you time for any rotations, and that's kind of
superiority here.
The beauty of the pace.
Yeah.
And Astralis will easily take this round.
Ooh, opting for the CZ over the Deagle. Did you see that?
Smart
Did
man.
you see that?
Smart man.
Make it $700, man. That's what I say.
Just make it a 1,500. Go.
Make the CZ $700.
1,500 bucks, no kill reward, and you move slower with it.
It should be a negative kill reward. So
yeah, you actually lose money.
You pay money to get kills with it.
It's the price of karma.
Maybe, I mean, then you could lower the cost of the gun. So it's like, you know,
no, just make it as undesirable as humanly possible. Oh. Again, pretty aggressive approach from Astralis actually up towards A here. Luckily enough for them, they're not going to find anyone with their heads towards them, so it's going to be an easy pickup for Sipnix and Device. Okay, Sipnix. Guess that works too. And pretty much picture perfect anti-eco coming out of Astralis. They're going to have so much bank going into this first buy round. Don't have to reinvest into anything outside of nades. It's a pretty healthy position to be in, and Pasha is the one picking up the op right now.
Okay, well, I like how we got to this point very quickly because those were super fast anti-ecos.
Yeah.
So very happy about that. Thank you, Astralis. Straight into the real business, the real Counter-Strike, as we have that op on Passion.
So I think Astralis have done the same strategy as we saw Heroic do yesterday as well.
North, this is one that North run as well.
Yeah.
It's kind of a V-split. Usually it's MSR up instead of Glaive. Up the short position by himself. Doesn't win the 1 versus 1, which MSR was very good at winning.
It's going to be a tough retake as well.
Yeah, I wonder if it's a save for versus Pro unless they can get a kill in a short position, and that should be a save now. All in the market position. Just hold on to weapons.
Just 2 mollies on Astralis as well. This is just get out of dodge time. Yeah, we're realizing it. So it's a smart decision for VP. Unfortunate that they can't get a multi-kill from either Neo or Snacks in that situation, because that obviously makes it a ton easier to set up for a retake. But again, it's kind of funny to see the Danish teams just like blatantly using each other's strats, because that was a similar setup as well. You smoke off CPL, you smoke off connector, and you have one dedicated man, and that was Glaive. Funnily enough, it seems to be like the in-game leader who always takes the route towards short, because you had MSL for Nord, you had Snappy for Heroic, and now it's Glaive.
I wonder who started it all off. I feel like if I have any doubt, I just want to say North, because...
Yeah, no, I'd get on board with that for sure. I think Config also was talking about how everybody just blatantly steals their strats.
I do say that when I'm commentating, that if I was a team, I would just take all of North strats.
Yeah, it's not a bad approach.
I'm definitely a promoter of that idea. It probably annoys them, but...
Only thing you need to do is actually understand why they're doing something, instead of just blatantly copying it and running the same routes, just understand the reasoning as to why they're doing it. That's the big part for newer teams, obviously, who wants to improve.
Look at this style, though, from Astralis. They're just hitting A really fast, B really fast repeatedly, and we're not seeing defaults from Astralis
And
at
again,
the moment.
this is exactly what we saw from Heroic yesterday as well. Having one guy feign pretty much aggression in mid, all by his lonesome, while the rest of the team set towards A. And they've even gotten an early opening on Pasha, so
Snacks in the underpass.
he spotted out as well.
The rest of the team are over towards the A site, but they're not getting any of the kills, and that is a massive problem. Now they're on a 3 versus 5, and they're already at the point of no return. He needs more kills. Barley, he knows his angle's there, but he can't quite land the shot. That's a great USP kill, and there's an AK. So he might just win it for his team. A 3rd kill from him, much more than we could expect. But now it's Snacks versus 2. As it seems Snacks has put Barley out of his misery. Like, you've done enough.
It's my turn now.
Man, that was such a heroic effort as well from
He stayed alive for so long.
Bialy. Yeah, I thought Kirby was playing it really well. Like he was.
Oh, he was
just,
like dodging,
Yeah.
keeping his attention.
like Kirby did it perfectly. One of his teammates needed to kill.
Yeah.
Because he was creating so much of a distraction and trying not to die, and he didn't die. He actually survived to the end of the round. So props to Kirby here. After getting dinged immediately, just trying to play the headshot angle, just trying to delay. Glaive tries to kill Bialy. Bialy will not die until Snacks eventually
Took care of
arrives.
business.
I'll let me throw this nade.
That's got to be really annoying.
Yeah.
To Barley. 'Cause he'll probably feel that cost him the round. They have a crossfire on A for the teams who are pushing in. Like, that's a really bad spot for Astralis until that grenade lands. Because there's one player still on the inverse of default, and then Kiabi with 12 HP towards the brick. So that could have been versus pros round.
It's a good opening from Bialy. For once, VP actually get off to a good start in the round instead of losing 1 to 2 players.
I feel like that position just reminds me of the forklift position on Cash on A. Like, you know, where Bialy's playing from. Obviously, he
Bialy
plays that
lives.
spot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I feel like there's definitely similarities to some of the angles and fights.
I like this from Bialy actually though. He's got low HP, going in aggressive, definitely unexpected for someone like Device. Gets an easy kill, and this is looking very good for VP.
Yeah, Dupree on the ramp, and Pasha seems ready for him. Has he been spotted? It looks like he might have been. There we go. Pasha's got to be careful. Taz up close as well. The tap's coming in from Dupree. Trying to double pick. Taz needs to come in. Start moving wide, but Snacks will do the job. So versus Pro get their first round on the board. They've got reasonable cash as well in case the worst happens.
I wonder what Astralis will choose round-wise, just because like what they've established already is the flow of their rounds. Because again, it was that fast B, fast A, fast A, fast B type deal so far. We haven't seen the typical sort of mid take, where you get connector, you sort of just grind out those hard to get positions on the map.
It seems like we're gonna get a bit more of a standard mid take this time around. 2 people in underpass from Astralis side and 1 guy top mid. I believe that's Dupree and top mid alone. Probably gonna flash out for the guys coming in from underpass.
So slower A splits in store.
Yeah. This is something like every Danish team is supremely good at, just working mid control.
Zipex, he's going to be the one opening things up on the A side, and Snacks not afraid
Who
to
else?
start swiping when he's caught out in an awkward position.
That's so weird. How does that happen?
Nice bonus money for him. 4 versus 2. Astralis still have the money to buy in another round, but they want to do damage if they can't win this one. They need to make this as expensive as possible for Virtus Pro. Specs has an interesting angle if Taz looks to peek. Definitely wasn't expecting that one. Maybe they can still make this winnable.
Yeah, the health is very low on Passion Snacks indeed. I mean, just a couple bullets for either player and they are dead. Zipex has been so scary in this game so far, but finally eliminated by Pasha. But again, Dupree with many chances here to make this work. If he just gets a fortunate series of peaks, connects those first shots. Just 1 to 4 though in the end for Dupree before he gets taken down and the round is won by VP. But where is the money going to be for VP after this one?
It's not going to be great.
So yeah, they'll be able to rebuy, but they're going to have to spend most of their money.
Yeah. It's a pretty big kill that Dupree gets there at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, the difference between 2 and 3 surviving is quite dramatic. due to the way that, you know, dropping.
It's basically a free
was-
weapon.
Yeah.
Snacks just that helps as well, obviously, with the economy, getting a knife kill in there.
Yes.
That's a very timely knife kill.
Okay, so back to A. Back to the A shenanigans.
Yeah, and the VP pushing aggressively in mid here as well. So depending on how quickly Astralis decide to go on this, they might get caught out of position.
Well, they're going to have to play retake. We'll see if Taz chooses to stay in the site. Currently playing the get right angle. He's been spotted and he is totally dead. So last minute decision to move out of the site. The timing was poor for him. There's a nice close one from Pasha. I'm sure Dupree couldn't see anything through the smoke. The on the flank, that's not going to work out. Pasha, they know where he is, but do they know where Snacks is? Coming in from CT at the moment. Kirby looking towards Connector. In fact, both CTs will be coming from the same area. There's Kirby spotted and taken down. But now, did I expect Pasha to be in CT as well?
No smokes on the side of VP though, which is going to make this defuse really, really tough. Very solid positioning for Astralis as well. Sipnik sticks out. Pasha still believes there's someone in connector.
And now he has all the information, but it's all too late.
That kill from Glaive on the pit position, that was pretty damn massive, that 1v1. I think that 1v1 basically determines who wins the round.
Why is he hunting the kill there?
I don't think he would have. Oh, I don't think he expected anyone to be around that area.
He saw the guy run into the market.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he chased him.
Well, in any case, I'm curious as to why VP decided to initially spend their utility early on. I think they did a good job of actually putting on the right Molotovs to actually delay the push of Astralis, but then both Taz and Bialy decided to take a fight instead of just holding back behind the smokes, and they lose two members. Not completely. I wouldn't say it's, you know, a necessary move on their end. They could still play for the retake there.
Yeah, it was curious. Taz was in the site on his own at first, and then after a few seconds decided to leave the site and play retake, so some indecision there. And you do what that makes me wonder about the communication, if they were in two minds as to what to do.
So James, yesterday on Mirage, remember what I said about the fast B anti-eco? This was exactly the round that I was talking about, this kind of like doing it this way.
I need to watch this back because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah. it's actually the same round as what they did with some of the buys as well. It's like we were saying with always having the IGL just going up short alone and the rest of the team going through apps. So a similar kind of deal.
Hopefully we see it again, so I can pay attention.
Yeah, probably will. Zipix is on what, 30 kills already? He's having a great game so far. I guess we'll see in a moment. Ooh, Taz with some extra damage and an AK steal. Might be able to keep hold of this.
How many kills does he have, Taz? The team aren't doing spectacular at the moment, but it hasn't been a good game for Taz so far.
Now that A side has really taken a beating so far. So outside of Bialy's one round where he got 3 kills, they haven't really been able to muster up too good of a defense.
They still didn't win that round as well, which is surprising.
Yeah. Snacks took care of that.
Yeah, he did, didn't he? Nuked his own bomb site.
Oh. And here's a bit of a different approach from Astralis this time around, more heavy mid focus. And VP actually playing, probably because they don't have an op on Pasha, just deciding to give up mid control completely.
This does feel like a completely different pace. Like Astralis are playing very fast.
Oh, they definitely are.
They're playing really just above average fast at the moment, which is very cool to see. And I do wonder if you know, it might bait some reactions from VP where they might say, well, you know, the Astralis are going really fast for those A or B plays. You know, we should maybe make a fast aggression, you know, mid or underpass or maybe B farmers to try to gamble it. If there's no one there, then we can be really sure that the push is coming on the other side of the map.
They did one in mid already when Astralis went for the grenade execute to A,
On it, yeah.
and then Taz was isolated inside the site and ran out again.
I think one of the worries they have if they want to play aggressive versus a quick play style or the quick tempo that we're seeing out of Astralis right now is the fact that if they do opt to go aggressive and they don't find anything, then it's a really, really tough situation, especially with their low econ buys right now. So, which means that they don't have too much utility to actually set up for retakes. That just makes it really tough to play versus.
Maybe they need an M4A4. Maybe that's the solution. Man, the trades just keep coming.
All the 1v1s. Astralis definitely winning out on those.
Gonna really tough situation for Snacks. No utility to use and no defuse kit either.
He's going to do his best though. He will be the score. Astralis.
There with Pasha in mid. Still not able to hold it off, and it seems like most of the focus from Astralis has been towards his.
Not easy for Astralis. We get that's a very fast connector push to A. Get the anti-eco this time, so a different anti-eco.
Well, some damage done by VP, but it's all about the rounds. It's all about the rounds. Snacks will pick up.
And I will say that Astralis are doing a really good job of actually making sure that they have players in position to actually trade. Because even when you see VP have a couple of good moments where they do land shots, there's just always someone from Astralis right around the corner to retaliate. So there's never any rests for VP at all.
Pretty curious that we've seen the abandonment of the CT Molotov in CPL to disrupt the smokes.
I guess it's just a pretty big cost.
Yeah.
As something that allows you sort of like a predictable either like one way or.
It just buys you a few seconds, really. I mean, it doesn't.
So
you don't get much out of it, and because you can't peek after taking one shot, really. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. So you're investing a whole lot to first off banking on that they're moving into mid immediately, so you can get that first shot off, and then you're also taking away a lot of your retake power as a CT. And again, with the situation that VP find themselves in, they don't really have the luxury to waste their grenades.
I think it could be really good if a team is playing a slow pace, because they could potentially more likely
anyway as CT AWPer until people come in the underpass, and then you're exposed to that angle as well.
Oh no, but I just mean just to waste more smokes from
Snacks.
Maybe he wins this single-handedly. The split is in from the T side. There's another one for him. He knows where the last player is. He's got 4 bullets left. The effect's surely going to go down. But look what was required for Virtus Pro to get that one round. As fun.
Can frag here. Like at this point where he gets Kirby, that's pretty much his job done. He's done more than you can ask for.
Device shouldn't be. Well, it's not often you're going to find someone dying in that position. If there's a rifler, if you watch Taz on the T side, for example, he'll always jump past that angle because he knows.
People are holding, or people could be holding that angle.
Yeah, I mean, you can have CTs in a forward position as well, which is what Device will likely be looking for. So I'm not going to criticize what he's doing, but in most cases, a T is not going to be picked off in that situation.
Forward setup here from VP. The peek from Device beats out Pasha's AWP, and they spot the setup and they take it down. That is a very bad start. Astralis with a lot of ways to win this round and not as many ways to lose them. Good flick from Snacks to just dwindle the numbers somewhat, but it's still going to be very difficult to get back in here. Nia's going to need to be able to do something from this position. He's already low on health. Reinforcements is there.
And there's still a second player from Astralis playing outside a connector. They were even rotating one over.
Can VP pull this one off? They must be aware of that someone can be from connector. Taz trying to find the bomb here in the smoke. He can't quite get the tap. There it is. Finds it, but that's the giveaway. There's Apex with the frag. 10 rounds for Astralis.
I wonder if his silencer was going through the smoke as well. But also, the play from Astralis on ramp, it looks like something that might be... I wonder if that's like a counter if someone has the SK set up with 2 people. Where one guy is engaging and one guy is hiding behind the wall. I don't know. But anyway, Virtus Pro after...
11 rounds for Astralis. They're making very quick work of VP so far. Like, just, it's still like this general average pace is really high. We haven't really seen a lot of the slow rounds. We haven't really seen, you know, those rounds where, I guess because of VP's economy to an extent, where, you know, you do, you know, smoke the window, smoke connector, try to take position on short, you know, start to work from those positions. Like, that takes a lot longer than these players Astralis have been doing. VP with that aggression. Finding a trade, not ideal.
I'd still say this is a win compared to how we've seen VP play out a lot of their early rounds so far. But a lot of ground has been given up towards A, and again, like, So many players on Astralis side already up pit.
Bomb getting planted. Ooh, Device just about not seeing Pasha there. I thought he would have seen him, but apparently not. 3 versus 2. Glaive trying to go for the spray transfer, but it's Dupree alone. The bomb is planted for him, but he's smoked off, forced in. Will he commit to it? No, he's going to hold on to what he has. Well, oh no, he's going to pick up the FAMAS. He didn't realize they were defusing just yet, so he picked up another weapon, so he can't to avoid getting traded, but it was too late. Virtus Pro get a much needed 4th round on the board.
Still going to be a massive struggle to get back into this.
Not saving.
So far, it's just been just about Astralis' masterclass. Their master strokes on the T side. What have VP got for us? Well, Pasha's buying Julies, so well, I don't know.
Well,
not a fan of Julies.
No, absolutely, it's a worthless weapon. It's a lot of money for a weapon that's just worse than every other option.
Waiting for that buff. The Julies buff.
Please,
They'll nerf the
please
CZ.
don't buff the Julies.
They'll nerf the CZ and then just like buff the crap out the Julies.
You know,
I wouldn't put it past them either.
Well, actually, I'll talk about it afterwards. Let's see if the pistol can be won by Virtus Pro and they can make a competitive game out of this. Maybe the nightmare of the CT side is over and perhaps the T side will be a dream. 3 players remaining for Astralis. Now,
No
Pasha can provide suppressing fire in this situation. Ooh, they're going to give it up. This is interesting. They can keep their Kevlar. They can keep the Kevlar for the next round. But this is something you do not see very often in a pistol round.
Because it's bad.
It's bad that they're running away.
No, you think about the same. I thought you were talking about buying Julies.
No, I'm talking about Astralis saving, but
it's just like realizing there's not really anything to gain from them. They need to get X amount of kills to actually make worth of the investment of potentially losing their Kevlar, right? And if they haven't been tight, if they haven't lost armor, then again, it's a super cheap upgrade to head Kev if you want to force into round number 2. So again, it's just heads up. Something we definitely should see more often.
By head Kev, do you mean a helmet?
Yes, head Kevlar. Helmet and Kevlar. It's an abbreviation, James.
Head and Kevlar. So they're buying a head.
Well, they got the Kev.
Ooh. Kevy in there. And he's out of there. So pretty fast round from VP, taking a page out of the Astralis book. Them fast anti-ecos. Glaive just on the edge of the smoke, trying to do something. Bit of extra damage. And he gets the engagement. Ooh, has to pull out the Mag-10. No time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. What happened to that chick? You should find her, Dan.
Which chick is that?
Ain't nobody got time for that. She was like
being interviewed after.
What was it?
I want to say like she'd been witness to like a robbery or something.
Oh, let me find it. I've got to look this up now.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Oh, do you know Cash Me Outside girl?
Yeah.
She's like a millionaire now.
A millionaire?
Yeah.
Who?
Where does that money come from?
That's like, I have no idea.
She was on
she's
like
she's releasing like rap videos and stuff now. It's hilarious.
I don't believe she's a millionaire. I can't believe
Believe
that.
in that social media presence. She's
She
got
might have made millions, but she doesn't have the money, man. Those people get exploited. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I guess I'll commentate now.
Right, here we go.
Some damage out of Astralis. We've got a round on our hands to some extent. Obviously, the bomb will go down.
Oh, okay.
Kit or Kevlar.
Dan wants to commentate.
And I just try, just trying to do my job, James. It's
Why would you do that?
Because I think it's responsible. I think
Someone
has to have responsibility.
What an upstanding adult you are, Dan.
If everyone just stops talking, we can listen to Ain't Nobody Got Time for That.
Then I ran out, I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. and then the smoke got me. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Anyway, mid-aggression from Astralis.
James has officially lost it.
Bananas. He's bananas. Well, Kirby able to get that pick off, so doing a much better job than VP were on their mid-aggressions, where at best they were getting trades. So now it's on VP to try to make something of this. See whether they can muster some map control. Moving into mid. Do you have bronchitis?
He's got
Almost.
asthma. He's got asthma.
It's
Almost.
close
He's got
enough.
asthma. Ain't
I got
nobody got time.
bronchitis. Oh, I'm so done right now. What's going on, Dad? What the hell's going on, Dad?
Oh, well, VP setting up that mid split, or sorry, the A split. Took mid control 3 players. It's time to go. Astralis just been waiting. They don't have any grenades. Astralis have 0 grenades, and they don't have a kit either. So they better not mess this up, because if the bomb does go down, things could get very complicated on a retake. VP, if they hit those first 2 fast entries, the round is done for Astralis.
If they smoke out device here, then it's just going to be really tough. Oh! Don't even need to smoke.
Ooh, Abadi caught with a grenade in his hand, unfortunately for him. Glaive! They set a trap. Glaive will catch the bear by the leg. Now Pasha has his options taken away from him.
10 seconds left as well. Just find one parting frag. Now you just need to run.
I feel like maybe he's guessing he's surrounded, trying to hide in plain sight. Why is he peeking there? Why is he peeking?
Ooh, that's so ballsy.
So cheeky.
That's so ballsy.
I really feel like that a CT AWPer trying to hit somebody who's running up ramp, I feel like it is a difficult shot to hit. And when I ask AWPers, they say it isn't. But I feel like, they don't admit it. Yeah, he's like, it's not hard to hit. But,
yeah, he's like, it's not hard.
But it is hard. I think it is hard to hit.
He's fallen.
Yeah, no, but
like a lot of
he's
things come
picking
easy to
himself
him.
up, man. He's Hollywood.
Speaking of easy shots, that's an easy one for Pasha, so much better start to the round for VP this time around. And again, not a lot of utility necessarily left. Obviously, you lose device, and it's a whole set of grenades gone down, but Glaive's still without any utility to speak of. A much slower approach as well from VP.
I'm sorry.
VP definitely has time for that.
I just can't stop laughing at that woman. She's hilarious. That's Pro moving towards the B bomb site on the upper area, but the bomb moving pretty slow on the low ground. Snacks has a smoke, as does Pasha, but looks like they're just going to try to creep into the angle. Fortunately for them, there's nobody in A to look at short. Unfortunately for them, the rest of Astralis are pretty much on the B bomb site with a flank hit coming. They seem to know exactly what's going on. Starting well, but will it end well for Astralis? Kirby trying to do what he can, but he can't get a kill.
Glaive, he could go huge. He's had some good efforts so far, but he's the only man left. There's 2 for him. Bomb is down. Will he spot the 3rd right below him? That's going to be the tough one. There it is. Piatti makes his presence known, and that's the end of Glaive. Big round from VP, and it's all due to the fact that Kirby and was it Zipex? I think it was Kirby and Zipex. The initial defense just sort of failed. That's a long AK spray we saw towards the short pillar. That's really where things started to go wrong for Astralis. So there's a comeback potential now for VP. They've actually broken Astralis' economy, and there is a way back in.
They're only 4 rounds behind.
Yeah.
So those all-important 4 rounds, maybe they were enough. Time will tell, but this should be a good round for Virtus Pro to make some cash, to survive in the numbers, to get some confidence back. Clear out of the connector area. Dupree lucky to get away. It's a great shot from Bialy.
Like, speaking of tough shots, I find that angle so hard to hit.
Yeah,
like,
it's really awkward.
There's like the one spot
I feel
on
like
the
it's
map where it's like you can get an AK headshot, but you don't actually kill him.
yeah, I feel like it's high pressure as well because your whole body's exposed and it's just their dome. Eagle shots coming in, and Snacks is exposed to the crossfire. This might be falling apart for Virtus Pro. You see how Astralis back off. They want to force Virtus Pro to go deeper to commit in order to take some kills here.
Dupree's picked up the orb too. Now this gets really interesting. Ooh, if he, oh, the missed jump. That might have saved a player. GP was so ready for that shot. And now he's going to peek into them. Oh, he still gets it though. That's so incredibly quick from Dupree. Drops the smoke as well to give him more space to work with as his teammates come into play. And Zippex will do exactly that. Did round to win also.
That's the one round you can't afford. Nectar pretty much alone. I get that he wants the trade frag after losing one of his teammates, but the 3 remaining players on VP side will still like far down into pit, so they have no way of actually helping him out in any sort of situation.
You have to wonder if it's a loose, if their anti-ecos are as coordinated as a team of the name caliber, at least Virtus Pro to have for anti-eco round. Either way, it is a shooting gallery in the B bomb sites at the moment. Oh, maybe there's more for Taz to do though. How much time has he got? Not much time. All 3 players there. 2 AWP surviving for Astralis.
Dupree showcasing some flair with the AWP as well.
That was nice.
I think he's pretty happy about that. Always secretly wanted to be an AWPer.
Yeah, he did a really good job there. Those were really nice shots. And it brings Astralis closer. Much closer to victory. That double eco though. God damn. VP about to run into Mr. Kirby, the AK in hand. Caught out in the middle of nowhere, but Device, Dupree, ready to frag.
I like how patient Device is with the P250. You really can't spam the P250 from range because it's not the most accurate weapon from that range. But it's actually quite poor compared to a 5.7.
I actually really like the P250 right now, as it is. Feels like it's a really strong pistol, but not completely broken.
Yeah, it was overpowered before.
Like the original P250 was fairly broken, but that was at the time where no other pistol was even comparable to it. Kirby with the aggressive move into underpass, takes up Snacks, and Device is going to follow that up with the frag onto Taz. So now most utility is gone, and everybody's just dying on VP's side, one by one. It's not looking great.
One by one. VP are soon to be done. Just 2 left here mids for them. Do something that is going to help out a little bit, but we'll see the smoke in the window there to try to eliminate some potential trade fragging angles. But Dupree's there with the AWP. Great AWPing from him in this one, and a pretty open and closed book affair here on Mirage. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than that. Astralis had a blinding